Good morning. So we're in Port Gamble, Washington, next to the Butcher Baker Provisioner restaurant. And we're walking to the trails at the regional park up here. And this is a giant park. And we never realized you can access the trails from here. So we're gonna see if we can find them, see if that's true. I hope so. And try and do like 5 miles at least today. But this is like the only place that's sunny in Western Washington right now. Partly sunny. And I think we found it. It says to the uplands. It's a little soggy here. That's kind of a neat statue. Monkey. Ooh. So they close this trail once in a while. Oh, for spring heron nesting season. Wow. Well, here we go. Don't remember the name of this park. Something North Heritage, I want to say, or Port Gamble or something. Should be fun though. Got a dog. Well, we found the better part of the trail. So lots of mountain bikers come here. Now I see why. We hear this odd bird sound. Haven't had this much sun for a long time. I wonder if this is Port Gamble Heritage Park, I think the name is. So it looks like we're going to the Port Gamble Trail. Starts in 1/4 mile. Easy. We found the trees. This would be a fun place to come and snowshoe, actually, I think, when we have lowland snow. I have to remember that for next time. Wow, that's neat. It'll be so green in the winter. Seen a lot of people so far. We just started. So I feel like we're on the Olympic Peninsula in the rainforest, because look at this. Like, you don't see this in Kitsap County, I didn't think. But you do it here by Port Gamble. I mean, that is neat. That's a massive tree. Wow. It's gonna have some nurse trees growing on it. We are in Hansel and Gretel land now. It got really dark in the forest and kind of foggy, I think. And it's still sunny out. You wouldn't know it. And this going up is tiring. Look at that. Yeah, this is really neat. So I think we will do 5 to 10 miles today. And we are not going that way. It goes straight up. I don't know. There's a lot of trails here, not on the map. Unless I get dead-ended. I wonder if it's an old trail. It's very steep. Wow. I think it's like noon. It feels like it's 5 p.m. We made it up that steep hill. That was tiring. And we're on like a road type part of the trail now. Oh, I'm tired. So they have some dedicated mountain biking trails here. Only bikes are on them. No hikers or nothing. Be fun. We found a Christmas tree. Someone decorated this little tree in the middle of nowhere. But we gotta go up to this platform. Oh, it's a county. Well, wait, Port Gamble Forest Heritage Park. That's the name of this place. Wow, that's looking south, and that's kind of east. So it's fairly hilly here, as you can see. Wow, so they've clear cut all this. Little trees coming up though. Actually, there's actually a lot of little trees coming up. I hope we're going back into the trees. It is windy in the open and kind of chilly. And it sprinkled for a little bit. Yeah, this would be fun mountain biking though. We would just do the easy road trail, not the technical stuff. Kind of feel like I'm in Florida with these trees. This is nice. We've leveled off. I think we've went about 3 miles, so we're doing good. It's a light little drizzle going on. Spitting. But through the trees is where they clear cut. So we're in a little patch on either side of us. Oh wait, on the right, they did not cut anything down. For a while we were in a little patch in the middle. So we are south of Port Gamble and north of Poolsbo, but we're really close to Port Gamble. And east of the Hood Canal Bridge, that's like 2 miles. And it's like 50 today. December 30th, I think. Or 29th, actually. And we've had 13 inches of rain. We'll probably get close to 15 for the month. Crazy. So this section they have not logged at all. It's really neat. Alright, I had to get some video of the forest off of the road. I just love that. But here's back on the road. So eventually we're going to take a left and go east, and then we'll start walking back north again. So this is all Scotch Broom. It's invasive and very nasty, nasty stuff. Every time they log, that's what grows. That's why I don't like how they log out here in places. They say they're making it better, but Scotch Broom does not make it better. And it doesn't die. It takes over. So I don't understand their logic. If they would spray it, I understand their logic and kill it. I mean, look at all of it. It loves the sun and it doesn't let anything else grow. Alright, that's enough ranting about Scotch Broom. We are back to a logged area. It's kind of neat with the trees on one side and the clouds and openness. Yeah, this is a great place. You can bring your dog here if you have a dog. We are going back down. And look at that rainbow. I hope the camera's picking it up. Pretty neat pot of gold over there. Oh, that is neat. Alright, let me stop. I don't see it in the viewfinder, but hopefully the camera's picking it up. So we are headed east. We're going to go north back to the car, the truck, eventually. So we found out, we talked to some park workers, that if we hike on the southwest side of the park, you can see the Olympic Mountains. So we're going to do that next time we come. We're going to park on the southern end and do the whole southern part of the park. And they are planting trees over there where they clear cut some of it. So that's pretty neat. Yeah, we learned all kinds of info. It was good talking to the park worker. So he said that this Scotch Broom will get shaded out eventually from the trees growing. So that's good. You will always have some by the road, he said, of course, because you have sun. That will have to be pulled by hand or cut. But in the forest, so we will come back in 10 years. I think he said there's a section, 20-year growth of trees that they planted, and they're basically 20-30 feet tall in 20 years, which is pretty big. Foot a year, foot and a half a year. So the landowner who owned this land before the county bought it was allowed to do a final cut of some of these trees, is what happened. So that way the county didn't have to pay so much money to buy this land. So I guess that was a good deal. It is a really neat park. 3,600 acres. So that's like, what is that? 6 square miles. I think it's my new favorite park close to home, maybe. It's just very remote when you get back in here. So we asked him about mountain bikes and he goes, mountain bikers think this is a mountain bike park. And what we're walking on now is a double track. That's pretty funny. We haven't seen too many mountain bikers though. We're staying off of their single track trails. Wow, we are really going down. That was the highlands, all right. The sign said when we started, we were walking to. Oh, that's pretty neat. Wow. So this is the G1200 Road. And we're heading back north. And I think we're gonna get on the G1000 eventually and go north. And then we'll get on the back trails to go back to Port Gamble and take a trail about 1 block east of the one we took into the forest. So we have 10,000 steps though so far today. So we're about halfway done, I would say, maybe 55%, 60%. Looks like we'll enter the forest again soon. Yeah, it's just very peaceful out here. I bet in the summer there's a lot of mountain bikers. Oh my God, is that a deer? It is. There's deer over there. See them? Look at my finger. Wow. We are back in the forest. Look at this neat canyon. We are headed downhill after going up again. Probably have 3 miles to get back to the truck. I think next time we get lowland snow, we're going to come here. This would be fun to either walk into snow or snowshoe if we had to snowshoe. Wow, that drainage pipe. It's kind of nice walking on this logging road, basically. It's easy walking. That is neat. I like these trees like this, really tall and skinny, and you get the sun shining through the bottom. So back about 3/4 a mile, half a mile, we heard something, and I swear it was a bear. It sounded like a snort or a huff or something, and it was kind of off to our right in the forest, and it was that really deep ravine canyon area where I got the video. It scared me though. Wow, this is neat with the sunlight. It's a sound I've never heard before hiking. I mean, it could have been maybe a big branch fell, I don't know. It wasn't us, is all we know. All right, last video I time warped. Hopefully it was just that last one, but here we're walking down the road. You see how bright it is, and then off to the right, it's just pitch black forest. It's really creepy, kind of. Can you imagine walking in there? Wow. All right, here's the coolest trail name ever, the Secret Squirrel Trail. We're gonna do this someday. It just sounds fun. We are going north still. And it's probably, we think it's like 51 and 52 degrees. Feels like 55. It's nice out. And there are frogs over there. Yeah, we're gonna feel it. We're gonna be tired at the end of this hike. I think we're gonna end up doing 7 miles. And we are back into the forest soon. There's the frog. So we think we're a mile and a half away from the truck, and this really neat valley we're passing. Look at the ferns down there. It's like out of the X-Files, that old TV show. But yeah, we're gonna come back. Maybe in the next week we'll come back here. It's a nice, easy drive to get here. And we're in the rain shadow of the Olympic Mountains. We need to do the entire southern half of the park next. I think we're at 6.5 miles. So we're probably not doing 8 miles today. 1:45 maybe. Wow, they aren't kidding when they call this the Highlands. I think we're going back down to sea level. We're gonna go by a beaver pond. Should be neat. We are on the Beaver Pond trail. Probably have half a mile to the truck. But we are off of the road for the rest of this hike. Yeah, this is a really neat park. Very fun. And we've seen so little of it. Oh, I have 3% battery left. I thought it was dead. So this is the Beaver Pond and the battery dies. We are almost back to the truck. That is neat. I didn't know if I'd be able to close this video out. We were walking on that last section and all of a sudden it just turned off. Oh, that is neat.